Okay, in the next part, we're going to talk about DJI FlightHub 2, DJI's brand new cloud-based drone operations management platform. First, I would like to spend a few minutes to introduce why we're having FlightHub 2. Starting from 2020, DJI has released a series of flagship enterprise drones, including the M300 RTK with H20 series, and also the M30 series, as well as the DJI Dock. Those drone platforms are great tools that can improve the productivity and also the efficiency for the industrial customers. However, we found that usually when the pilot is operating, for example, M300 RTK, he can benefit a lot from the aerial vision that the drone has provided. However, is there any way to share this kind of useful information among the team so that not only the pilot, but also like the command center and also the ground team can also leverage the benefit of drones? Now, it is possible with the help of DJI FlightHub 2. By unifying the drone data, FlightHub 2 can create a synergy from the aircraft to the ground and also can create a synergy among different drones within the fleet. So this is the core value of the FlightHub 2. And from this topology diagram, you can see that first it can support our flagship platforms, including M300 with H20 series, M30 series, DJI Dock, and because of its cloud-based design, it can be visited both from PC and also from the mobile device. It doesn't matter. What you need is just a browser. And I guess then the next question that you guys should also be interested in is, what's the difference? What's the unique value of DJI FlightHub 2, especially when you compare it with the previous FlightHub or with the other third-party drone management platforms? So I think this question can be answered from the definition of FlightHub 2 here. It is a cloud-based drone operations management platform. So the first keyword is cloud-based. Like I mentioned, it's going to connect drones to the ground teams, and also it's going to connect drones to the other drone within the team. And the other keyword, I think, would also be the most important part of FlightHub 2 is operations. When our R&D consider which functions should be included in the FlightHub 2, is that what is the most important thing within the drone missions? I think you will agree with me that it is the operations itself. So the target of FlightHub 2 would be make our operations more efficient. And usually, what we deal with is there are two kinds of operations. One is the live operations, for example, like search and rescue missions, emergency response missions that usually happen for the first responders. And the other one is the routine operations, for example, like asset inspections or the patrol, like security or highway patrol. So these are the two different types of operations, and we have separately designed different features to meet the needs of these kinds of different operations. And for the live operations, I think the ultimate goal of having FlightHub 2 is to have a common operating picture. This is like a term in public safety, which describes that everyone within the team should be able to share the same synchronized information and to be able to view this common picture. And this is, I would say, exactly what you can do with the FlightHub 2. And now I'm going to talk about the details. So first of all, for this kind of live operations, situational awareness would be the most important thing. In FlightHub 2, what you have is a 2.5D base map. You might wonder that, what is a 2.5D? So basically, it has integrated the elevation data with the satellite maps so that you will be able to view the terrains up and down on the map, so that when you plan a mission, for example, a search and rescue mission in the mountains, you will be confidently setting up like your flight height and also the other parameters. And the other point is that it also supports displaying the geozones, which would also be a necessary information for the mission. Having a 2.5D base map is definitely cool. However, when you carry out a mission, especially like in a remote area, you might find that the satellite image is not up to date. So what you can also do with the FlightHub 2 is that it can give you a live up-to-date aerial imaging with the help of the visual or thermal cloud mapping. So cloud mapping goes like, when you plan a mission on DJI Pilot 2, and when you execute the mission, there will be an option called cloud mapping. So if this option is enabled, and if Pilot 2 is connected to FlightHub 2 during the mission, the images will be automatically uploaded to the FlightHub 2 server for the cloud processing during the mapping mission, and you will be able to see that the 2D map will be constructed during your flight, and you will be able to see the same 2D map also being constructed on FlightHub 2. This is also another great illustration of the so-called common operating picture. And when this mission is completed, this 2D map will be shown as a map layer on the base map, so that you can choose to make it visible or invisible according to your need. And speaking of efficiency, you will be able to complete a 1.5 square kilometer of cloud mapping within only one single flight of the M30 series. At this time, the flight height is 150 meters and the GSD is 23 centimeters. So another advantage of having FlightHub 2 in live operations is that you can create a synergy among different team members. So this is the so-called cross-device collaboration. First, we have the live video streaming feature that can allow low latency live streaming of the M30 series or the H20 series or the FPV camera view. And it can display multiple drone streams simultaneously. In theory, there is no limitation of a live streaming number. This is totally dependent on the network bandwidth. So that you can see that both the pilots and the command center and also maybe the ground teams, they can access to the same view from different devices. And the second great feature we have for this part is the one-tap panorama sync. You know that the panorama could be a really efficient way when you want to collect the information of the surrounding environment. Previously, when you have the panorama image, for example, it will be saved in a remote controller and you need to have another application to share it, like with WhatsApp or the other app to the other team members. Now, this can all be done within the FlightHub. So, when you create a panorama image on DJI Pilot app, you can also upload it to the FlightHub 2 server. And within the project, everyone will be able to view the panorama image, and also it can be displayed on the map so that everyone can see directly where this image is taken. And on FlightHub 2, we also integrate the panorama viewer so that you can drag and you can zoom in and zoom out to see more details on the panorama. Besides that, we also support the live annotations feature, which is also available on the DJI Pilot app. So both on FlightHub 2 and DJI Pilot 2 application, you can draw lines, points, areas, and this information can be shared within the team. And the project admin, actually, he can choose to distribute the annotation folders to the team members so that everyone be able to see the same information within the team. And it can also be displayed or hidden on FlightHub 2. It is also possible to import or export data on FlightHub 2 in KML formats, so that you will also be able to import like the other kind of topo or the other kind of customized information. So apart from the situational awareness and also the cross-device synchronization, we also have crew management capability on FlightHub 2 to improve the team cooperation efficiency. Here I would like to introduce the basic structure of the team within FlightHub 2. Let's take a search and rescue team for example. So for a search and rescue team, we can create an organization on FlightHub 2. It will include the organization admin and members. And the admin will also definitely have the administrational authorities. And whenever there is an emergency case or a missing case is reported, what we're going to do is to create a project. For example, the certain search project is actually a more temporary organization that only happens in a period of time during the search and rescue mission. And the person who have created the project will become project admin. So project admins manages the members within the project. He can also invite the other members within the organization and also even to invite the members not belong to the team to join this project. This is called the join project with code function. So temporary members who are not in the organization can also join the project when they have the code and when they have the project ID. So this is like a two-layer structure for within the FlightHub 2. We have both organizations and we also have the projects. And here I would also want to share with you a simple workflow that works typically for the search and rescue mission or for any other kinds of live operations. So in the first step, you need to create a project for the mission and add the project members. This is quite straightforward. And second, for the devices within the pilot team, we need to connect the Pilot 2 app to the respective project on FlightHub 2 so that all the information and live streaming could be synchronized to the FlightHub 2 server. The third step is that we can make a cloud mapping of the target area to obtain the up-to-date environment info of this area before the mission really happened. And step 4 is that, for example, for the search and rescue mission of a large area, we can segment this area into different small polygons so that the different pilot teams can search respective areas. We can also rename the areas so that it will be easily differentiated by different team members. And step 5 is that when the search happens and whenever the pilot finds a victim, they can pinpoint the location with the help of the laser rangefinder on the M300 or the M30 series. And then this pinpoint can be shared within the team so that the command center can know and then organize the rescue operation. When the ground team set out to find the missing person, they can also log in with a mobile device or a tablet to FlightHub 2. And then when they approach the victim, they can refer to the geolocation of the pinpoints so that it will be easier for them to find the victim. This is like an entire workflow of how you can use the FlightHub 2 to assist in the search and rescue mission or any other kinds of live operations. Okay, so much for the live operations. What about the routine operations? With FlightHub 2 and also in conjunction with DJI Dock, we are able to enable the remote automated drone deployment. So first of all, within FlightHub 2, we have embedded a route planner or flight mission planner. So with this tool, you will be able to plan a flight route remotely from the PC end. I know this has been the request from many of our customers. You know, when you plan the mission on the remote controller, it may not be easy to click and drag because of the limited screen size. Now, with the FlightHub 2, this mission planning could be easier and more efficient. So right now, we supported the waypoint mission planning, and in future, with the later updates of FlightHub 2, we're also going to support the mapping and corridor mission. Second great thing about this mission planner is that you will be able to utilize the 2.5D base map or the cloud mapping feature to visualize the flight route. Here you can see that different with the 2D flight route shown on the DJI Pilot app. Here you can have the 3D display of the flight route, and also when you adjust like the gimbal and aircraft parameters like gimbal directions, you will be able to visualize the camera FOV shown in yellow here. And it is also capable to synchronize missions with pilots for efficient and convenient execution, so that the flight routes are no longer only saved in the remote controllers or in the offline environment. Everything can be synchronized and managed on the cloud. And then what's more, when the mission is completed, you are also able to manage the media files on FlightHub 2. So you can upload selected media or enable the auto synchronization to FlightHub 2. And there is another great thing, we can also pin the pictures to the 2.5 base map so that you will be able to see, for example, whenever you find a defect of the asset, you will be able to see where this picture is taken, so that when the operation team go to perform repair or maintenance for the asset, they can have a reference for the geolocation. So both the media management feature and the flight route planning feature, they work with M30, M300 and the DJI Dock. These features are going to make your manual and also automated inspection missions more efficient. But what's more on DJI FlightHub 2 is that it also serves as a management portal for our dock system, so that you will be able to perform like a complete end-to-end workflow on FlightHub 2, so that you can control a remote automated inspections with DJI Dock remotely. So first of all, you will be able to plan a routine patrol or inspection mission on FlightHub 2. And the second part, you will also be able to schedule a flight plan to execute the mission daily, weekly, or monthly at a specific time. And next, whenever the mission is expected to be executed, the aircraft will automatically take off and perform the mission and then return to the dock and charge by itself. All this process is happening automatically. And finally, all the media files can be uploaded automatically to the FlightHub 2 and can be viewed and also managed. So this is like a end-to-end workflow that you can use the FlightHub 2 to control or manage the operations with DJI Dock. For DJI Dock, as I mentioned, FlightHub 2 is the remote maintenance and management center, so that you are able to manage the device status of DJI Dock here. You can check the security camera view and also perform debugging on FlightHub 2. And also it will be able to display alerts in case of heavy rains, strong winds, or the other kinds of abnormal conditions. Data security has always been a very important point for many of our industrial and also government customers. So here, we have also designed a lot of data security related features to ensure the security of the system and also the integrity of the customer's data. Here you can see that we have a end-to-end protection from the user end to the server end and also to the device end. Here, the access link is provided with multi-layer protection, including WAF and one device, one key, to ensure that the server will not be attacked and to prevent any disclosure of important information. And regarding the data storage, DJI FlightHub is hosted on AWS servers deployed in Virginia, USA. The FlightHub 2 system is also ISO 27001 compliant and has the STAR certification and SOC audited. Finally, I would like to mention a few tips when you want to try the FlightHub 2. First of all, use the Google Chrome 92 or Safari 13 or Firefox 90 or higher versions. The point is that it is suggested to run it on PC for best display performance. We're also planning to optimize the platform for additional devices like mobile devices and also easy link sharing containing key information moving forward. The third point is that for each video streams live streaming on the FlightHub 2, it requires a 5 Mbps network bandwidth. So you might need to check whether your network has met the requirements of the live video streaming. And the fourth point is that also for the network packet loss tolerance, it is suggested to have a minimum 20% and suggested 1% packet loss. These are the basic operating environments guidelines for the FlightHub 2. In the last part, what I would like to do is to encourage all of you to try it yourselves. Right now, FlightHub 2 is in a public data phase so that everyone can enter the FlightHub 2 page within the DJI website, and also you can try it with yourself. So everyone will be able to visit the DJI FlightHub 2 portal by the link from the DJI official DJI website, and you will be able to find that there is a question mark in the interface of the FlightHub 2. From here, you will be able to download the beta firmware versions for the M300 RTK and the H20 series. So with this beta version, you can try it if you already have the M300 RTK. Of course, moving forward, when you get the M30 series, you can also try it with the FlightHub 2. So this is the end of the FlightHub 2 introduction. Try it and unlock more possibilities with it.
This video will show you how to log into and use DJI FlightHub 2. Pre-start checklist. Make sure you have a DJI account you are able to log into on the DJI official website before preparing to use DJI FlightHub 2. Also, ensure that your aircraft has been included in the compatible models list of DJI FlightHub 2 and updated to the latest firmware version. Input the URL fh.dji.com to enter the homepage of DJI FlightHub 2. Tap Login to jump to the DJI account login page. Input your DJI username and password to enter the main screen of DJI FlightHub 2. If the account is not included in an existing organization during the first login, you should create a new organization on the Jump To interface. If the account has been included in an existing organization, you will enter the interface of the project list directly. On the Jump To interface, tap New Organization, input an organization name, and tap OK to complete the organization creation, and enter the My Organization interface. The user has super admin permissions for this organization. Personnel management. After the organization is created, you can switch to Personnel Management to set up the personnel. From the Personnel Management screen, select Add Person to fill in the DJI account to be added. Set a person name and assign a user role. User roles are divided into Super Administrator, Organization Administrator, Device Maintenance Staff, and Organization Member. The Super Administrator and Organization Administrator have all the permissions in the organization and can add a project, and the other roles are limited to some functions. Click OK to add a member after setting the personnel information. If you need to add members in batches, download the template in Excel format and add them through the Import Excel function after completing the template. Add aircraft. To add an aircraft, log in to the DJI Pilot app of the remote controller with the DJI account already included in an organization, and enter the DJI FlightHub 2 page. Then, select the corresponding organization to bind the aircraft to the account. After the device is added, you can view or delete the specific information of the device on the Device Management page of DJI FlightHub 2. Project. For DJI FlightHub 2, UAV tasks are classified and managed in a project-based manner. The administrator can add a new project on the project page. A project can be created by setting the project name, project introduction, project members, project device, and project operations center location in the Create Project column. When setting the project members, other roles in the organization can be set as project administrators. The permissions of project members are not directly related to organizational permissions, and therefore, any user role can become a project administrator. After the project is added, the organization administrator can continue to modify the project through Edit on the project selection screen. Functional description. After entering the main screen of the project, users can view the team, annotation, map, media library, route library, and other information of the project on the left panel. If the user who logged in is the project administrator, they can tap the project setting icon at the bottom left corner of the panel to set project parameters. From the Team tab, users can view the call sign of the current person in the project, online aircraft, and online personnel. In the map area on the right, users can view the real-time location information and overlay information of the current online device. Tap the Device Details button on the right of the online device to pop up device details and view the basic status of the current device and enable live monitoring. On the right of the map area, there also are address search, point line plane element drawing, 2D, 3D switching, map layer switching, and other functions. In the Annotation tab, users can manage the point line plane elements on the map and import external point line plane elements. With the Distribution button on the left of the folder, the drawn graph can be synchronized and displayed on the map in the DJI Pilot app. With the Export button on the right of the Layer Management, export the planned or collected point line plane elements as a KML file. In the Map tab, users can view the real-time mapping progress and data results, and enable or disable the altitude information display for the real-time mapping results. In the Media Library tab, users can view the space usage of the current project, and check and manage the information, such as videos and images collected for the project. In the Route Library tab, users can plan and manage route tasks online and synchronize them to the aircraft. Online planning allows you to browse and edit the waypoint flight tasks on the map in 3D mode and view the shooting angle of the camera in waypoint actions. Above is an introduction to the first use and basic functions of DJI FlightHub 2. If you have any questions during use of this product, please contact DJI support for assistance. Thank you for watching. In this video, we will show you how to connect and bind your aircraft to FlightHub 2 and confirm the connection status. Make sure that the aircraft is connected to the remote controller normally. The remote controller can access the network normally, a DJI account that has been added to the FlightHub 2 organization, and that a project is available before use. Click on the Cloud Service button on the DJI Pilot main screen of the remote controller to enter the main interface of the cloud service. Select FlightHub 2 and enter the DJI account information in the pop-up screen to log in. If the account has been logged in on the DJI Pilot app, you will enter the project selection screen directly. Select the project to log in, click on the top right corner to confirm, and enter the service management interface of FlightHub 2. If you haven't joined a project, your DJI account needs to be added to an existing project by the administrator, or directly added to the project through the project ID and the application code. The aircraft will connect to the FlightHub 2 platform once it enters the project successfully. At this time, the aircraft connection and status information can be viewed via the project team webpage. The aircraft will still be identified as an off-organization device and perform project tasks in the project without binding. However, the aircraft will not be recorded in the organization after it goes offline. To bind the aircraft to an organization, tap Bind a Device on the right side of the FlightHub 2 service interface and select Bind in the pop-up window. After binding the aircraft successfully, the administrator can view the device information and perform management tasks in the Device Management section of the webpage. Aircraft cannot be bound to another organization after being bound to the current organization. Switching to another organization requires the device to be deleted from device management by a person authorized to manage devices in the current organization. The connection status of the aircraft can be controlled through the app's main interface and the cloud service icon on the flight interface during use. When the cloud service icon on the main interface indicates that it is not connected, or the cloud service icon on the flight interface is grayed out, it means that the cloud service connection is abnormal. Check the remote controller network status to ensure that the aircraft communicates with the cloud platform properly. If you have any questions during the use of this product, please contact DJI After Sales Support for assistance. Thank you for watching. This video will show you how to use the annotation function of FlightHub 2 for information interaction with the aircraft. Make sure a project has been created and the aircraft has been added to the current project before use. Users can view the aircraft and remote controller information in the Project Team tab of the web page. Click the Annotation tab to enter the annotation interface. There are two directories, Default Folder and Shared on App, on the annotation interface. Different point line plane annotations can be stored separately. Users can also create new and different directories by clicking the Add Folder button on the interface. The point line plane annotation under the Shared on App directory will be synchronized to the app by default. For other directories, sharing information with the app can be set by clicking the Distribute button on the right side of the folder. Tap the point, line, and plane buttons on the right side of the map to make annotations on the map. Also, set the name, color, position, and other information for each annotation. You can click the left folder to switch between default storage positions of the points, lines, and planes, or you can change the folder position by dragging and dropping after the annotation is generated. When drawing a line or plane, click the check mark at the last point to finish the drawing. After drawing, the format setting and measurement information will be displayed in the option box, which pops up on the right. The Annotation Management interface can import point line plane annotations in KML format into the platform through the import function, and the annotations in the folder can be exported as KML format using the export button. After the annotations are completed, if the folder where they are has been chosen to be distributed, the annotation information will be synchronized to the online DJI Pilot app interface of the aircraft. The pilot can refer to the synchronized annotation information to perform tasks. The pilot can also draw with the point line plane tool on the map interface on DJI Pilot, or annotate using the aircraft pinpoint function on the live view interface. The information will be synchronized to the Shared on App folder in real time and displayed in the map area on the web page. The above is an introduction to the function of FlightHub 2 annotation. If you have any questions during the use of this product, please contact DJI After Sales Support for assistance. Thank you for watching. This video will show you how to use FlightHub 2's Media Resource Upload feature. Before using the upload function, make sure that the aircraft is properly connected to the FlightHub 2 platform and the network rate is normal, meeting the requirement of real-time data upload. After entering the main interface of the app, click the Cloud Service icon to enter the Service Management interface of FlightHub 2, and click the Media File Upload option under the Settings bar on the right to enter the Settings page. Enable Photo Auto Upload or Video Auto Upload. When in dual control mode, users can set which remote controller transmits media data back to the FlightHub 2 platform. After entering the flight interface, users can also click on the Cloud Service icon and select the photo or video options from the pop-up screen to enable the Media Auto Upload function. The network transmission rate and media upload status can also be viewed on the Cloud Service pop-up screen. If a user does not want all photos to be uploaded automatically, they can manually upload media data from the camera's playback interface to the FlightHub 2 platform. In the gimbal and camera interface, tap the View Photos button to enter the playback interface. Click on the Select button at the top right corner and select the photos and videos to be uploaded. The Upload to Cloud Platform button will appear in the bottom right corner of the interface. Click the Upload button to start uploading photos. At this time, you can view the upload progress through the Cloud Service icon at the top left of the playback interface. After uploading the photos, you can browse through them in the media library on the web page. Users can also upload data using the Upload to Cloud Platform button when browsing a single photo. After the media data is uploaded to the FlightHub 2 platform, panorama photos will automatically be identified in the map area. Other photos can be chosen to be displayed on the map in the media library, or not. If they are checked, the photos can be viewed on the map. The above is an introduction to FlightHub 2's Media Resource Upload function. If you have any questions during the use of this product, please contact DJI After Sales Support for assistance. Thank you for watching. This video will show you how to use the cloud-based map building feature of FlightHub 2 to quickly access HD map data. Before using the cloud-based map building function, make sure that the aircraft is properly connected to the FlightHub 2 platform and the network rate is normal, meeting the requirements of uploading real-time data. The real-time status of the aircraft can also be monitored in the corresponding project of FlightHub 2. to use DJI Pilot to plan or open an existing map-building aerial photography task on the aircraft remote controller, it is recommended to turn on the cloud-based map building and turn on the elevation optimization option. After checking that the flight path parameters are set correctly, click the Start to Execute button to enter the pre-flight check page and check the basic flight status. After confirming that there is no error with the aircraft, tap Next to enter the flight path check page. After setting the flight path action and out of control action, check the current cloud information network conditions and remote controller (RC) storage space, and check the cloud-based map building. Tap Upload Flight Path to start a flight path task after confirming there is no error. While the aircraft is in the process of conducting a task, the current flight path progress can be viewed via the cloud service icon on the task monitoring page of the app or the camera interface. Tap the progress icon to view the number of photos taken and the status of data uploading. The progress of the real-time map building task can also be viewed simultaneously in the Project Map tab on the web page. The real-time data results of cloud-based map building will change gradually as the number of uploaded photos increases. After all photos are uploaded, FlightHub 2 needs to optimize the data before generating the final result. The generation of the final result may be slightly delayed, and its display range will vary from the data results of the real-time splicing. After the real-time map building is completed, users can check the map building results in the map area on the web page and the DJI Pilot Map interface. The map building results can be switched for display status in the Map tab of the project on the web page. Select the Load Elevation option on the right of the map building results to overlay the elevation information of the map building results. If there are multiple sets of data, only one set of data can be selected to show elevation information. After loading, use the 3D button at the bottom right of the map area to switch the map interface to the 3D mode. You may view the elevation information of the data result for more detailed data annotation and flight path planning. The above is an introduction to the function of FlightHub 2 cloud-based map building. If you have any questions during the use of this product, please contact DJI after sales support for assistance. Thank you for watching. This video will explain how to join a project using FlightHub 2's function of joining a project by project ID and application code. When users are using FlightHub 2, in addition to being added by the administrator of an existing organization to join a project, they can also quickly join an existing project through project IDs and application codes shared by the project administrators. Obtain the project ID and application code. After entering the FlightHub 2 platform, select the project to share in the Project tab and enter the project editing page. Click the Join the Project by Application Code option, and the application code settings screen will pop up. Enable the Join the Project by Application Code option. The system will generate the project application code and the deadline by default, and the application code is valid for 1 day by default. If you need to manually set the application code and the deadline, you can click the Edit button for manual settings. Click the Share button to obtain the project ID, application code, and guidance for joining a project. Click the Finish button on the project editing page to share the project ID and application code with other users. Log in with the project ID and application code. DJI users can join the project in many ways after obtaining the shared project ID and application code. If a user has logged in from the FlightHub 2 webpage, the user can directly join the project through the one-click join link in the shared information. Or, after logging in, click the username on the top right side of the main screen of FlightHub 2. Enter My Organization. Select the Join a Project option and fill in the corresponding information to join the project. After joining the project, the user will become a project member and a temporary member of the organization by default. When logging in from the app, the user may click the Apply to Join a Project option and fill in the project ID and application code to join an existing project. The above is an introduction to FlightHub joining a project by the project ID and application code on FlightHub 2. If you have any questions during the use of this product, please contact DJI after sales support for assistance. Thank you for watching.